And I said, hello, Satan. I believe it's time to go. Me and the devil was walking side by side.
Hello guys, I'm MK Ultra, and you're watching another Blunt Reviews. Today, we're moving out of the game lines and the Swisher lines, and the show lines, and the Four Kings lines, because frankly, we've pretty much have done every single one of those. We are now moving into the Backwoods line. Tops off. The Backwoods line. This is a classic blunt or cigarillo that everybody and their mama uses. This is the go-to. This is what a lot of the rappers use. It's just, this is with that iconic smell, all of that. This one has this beautiful, sweet smell. It literally smells exactly like a high-quality cigar. If you know what a cigar smells like, this smells has a wonderful, beautiful tobacco smell to it. Has that cocoa smell to it, the real deep smell. So let's go ahead and fill it. Now, I'm going to warn you out there, guys who are not used to smoking like Backwoods, they're real strong, okay? I don't know why they're so strong. I don't know. I'm not even going to ask the question as to why. However, they're real harsh. I've had a lot of requests though of me doing it, of me reviewing this blunt. So, I gotta listen to you guys. Gotta check it out. Even though I've already checked it out, gotta check it out for the viewers. It's hard to split. It's hard to manipulate. It's a connoisseur blunt. We've never talked about anything like that. I consider the flat wraps also connoisseur type wraps and things like that, because it takes someone who has a little bit of knowledge in rolling and doing it. It's just, Backwoods is just different. It's got a lot of layers in it. It's natural tobacco, all natural tobacco. Everything in it is all natural. So it's a little different than regular blunts, guys. It just, when you go get it, don't be disappointed. If you smoke it and you can't get through a blunt, most of the time you will not be able to get through an entire blunt. You will have to put it down. It will start to, it's almost like, it's more unhealthy. I'm just going to tell you that right now. It's smoking blunts, period, is unhealthy. This is a lot more unhealthy than smoking just a regular blunt. So, but still, this is a blunt review channel, and I cannot review this blunt. I have to review this blunt. I cannot not review this blunt, So, let's go ahead and wrap it up. It wraps nicely. It's got a bunch of ribs on it. So it's the only thing I don't like. It's a whole bunch of ribs. Makes it hard to split. A lot of times it busts. What I do like about this though, initially, is it's really soft, and really it's not hard like a lot of the blunts out there. It's really soft and has this really pliable feel to it. It feels fresh. It always smells fresh. Every single Backwoods I've ever gotten, it always smells fresh. So also, if you don't like the taste of tobacco, you might have a little problem with the blunt when you go to lick it, because it is a little strong. Like I said, it's a little strong. So just want to give all the viewers out there, I give it a 3.5, a 3.5 out of 5. Okay, because in my opinion, it's just not that. There are better blunts out there. I don't like not finishing the blunt. I like to finish the blunt, and I can never ever finish an entire blunt when I'm smoking out of Backwoods or any real hardcore natural leaf like the Dutch Master Java. We'll get into that another time though. But today, it's the Backwoods, regular sweet aromatic Backwoods 1. Right off rip, just a very hardcore. This is a harshness in the throat. It's not that bad, actually. It does taste wonderful. I love that deep taste of tobacco. But real tobacco, not cigarettes or anything like that. I'm talking about real raw, like cigar tobacco. It's completely different, in my opinion, than like a cigarette. Wow, where are my cards at? Where are my cards? Anyways, I want to shout out a wonderful business out there. My four sons, or for my sons. I'm sorry, for my sons. I think I got it here somewhere. For my sons is a maintenance business out in Callahan. Shout out to Callahan. Shout out to you guys. Man, even the owner just decided they wanted a family business, and dude, more respect to people like that who want to get their families involved, who want to see their own families succeed, and the only way, in my opinion, you can do that is as a unit. So shout out to Daniel Ray Rivera for bringing together, your family and doing something like that for him, man. And I know it takes, all of you guys, but dude, that's such a wonderful thing to see that, to see real family owned and operated businesses. For my sons, love the card, love how the hammer is the for my sons. If you need to contact him, I would get probably best to get at him at formysons2016@gmail.com, or you could probably call Mr. Daniel Ray Rivera 904-290-0645 during his hours of 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Now the man is busy now. He is a maintenance guy, and he does do emergency calls only in Callahan. But he still branches out to Jacksonville. He just doesn't do emergency calls in Jacksonville. Only in Callahan does he do the emergency calls. But he's available to you guys. I'm talking general drywall, general flooring, general carpet. You need to change a light, whatever. My man does it, and he does it with respect and kindness for his community. So again, shout out to For My Sons. You guys really need to go check him out for any of your home needs, any of your workshop needs. You got a workshop in back, you need some work done or anything like that. Check my man out. Check the family out. Great people. His wife, amazing. All of them are just that whole family, dude. All you guys are beautiful. From the Seuses to the Riveras. You guys are awesome. So shout out to you guys. It's not a lot of, big business is taking over. And, well, it's good in some things, some aspects. We need, again, there's so many things our community needs, and I go over those things, but we need families to want their children and their other family members to be successful. Being successful, in my opinion, takes a team of people. A team. And why not best do that than with your freaking family, man? That's so awesome. So awesome. Shout out, man. Because other people aren't going to do that. Other people are going to be like, I don't want to mix business and family, Family's always got some stuff, Well, they're your family. That's why they got some stuff. You need to give them a job. So he decided to just take it into they all decided to take it into their own hands. It all boils down to this. You get tired of working for other people, or you get tired of seeing other people give other people terrible service in something that you can do amazingly and with a smile and give them good service. Dude, that's awesome. I love it when people fill those voids, when they see a need in the community and they fill it. They fulfill that need. For My Sons. Even the name, guys. Come on, For My Sons. That's beautiful. And, I love talking about beautiful things. I love talking about beautiful life experiences. The fact you named your company For My Sons. For My Sons. As a man who loves his dad to the end of this world, man, that right there is beautiful. My dad has 2 sons. And of course he would do something like this, but just to see other men, other families doing it, that's beautiful, man. Shout out. Thank you so much, Mr. Mr. Daniel Rivera. Thank you for being awesome. You know, that's how you know about somebody's character. Just something simple like that. I know this is a man's man. I know this is a family man. And I know instantly I want him in my house. If he's a family man and he's doing stuff for his family, I know he's not just some like criminal, you know what I'm saying, trying to make a buck, you know what I mean, to get some drugs or something like that. No, I mean, this is a family man. These are family people. Those are exactly the type of people you want in your house fixing your stuff. You want some random dude fixing your stuff. I want somebody fixing my stuff who has the same stuff at his house that he could lose. You know what I mean? Some of these guys, they got working stuff they're gonna go home to. You know what I mean? So they may or may not even care about what they're fixing. I guarantee that man does. I guarantee these men do. Guarantee you. Family business, man. For my sons, check them out. Maintenance, wonderful. Which, you know, actually that kind of draws into what I'm trying to what we've been talking about. Actually, me and my family for the past few hours now is how important it is to MK Ultra's gonna be real with you. I smoke cannabis, all right? I do not support, I've said it before, I don't support kids smoking cannabis. If you're a child under the age of 18, even some 18-year-olds out there are children and probably shouldn't be smoking cannabis. But specifically if you're under the age of 18, stop smoking. I'm so glad I waited till I got out of high school. We've been talking about this, you know, in my family. It's just, it causes problems that we don't need, that you're only supposed to go through as an adult. Cannabis, like I said, that bullshit filter, it just goes out, you know, and there's a lot of bullshit that you're told as a child. There's a lot of bullshit that you're told as a child that you need to hear growing up. I know that sounds kind of weird, but there is just certain things that a child has to go through. And cannabis is going to make you grow up too fast. In MK Ultra, in Uncle MK Ultra's opinion. You can call me Uncle MK Ultra. So when you see me using cannabis, I'm not using cannabis recreationally. Let's get up a little closer on my eyes. Do you see these eyes? You see how this eye is lower and this eye is not? Usually it's not even like that. Both of these eyes are like that. You know how badly that hurts? How much pain I'm in? As soon as I wake up, you could feel the tension straight across here. Imagine having that all day, every day since you were 18 years old. I'm 27 now. It hurts. And then to go to the doctor and all they want to give you is pain medication that doesn't help it at all. You know what I'm saying? That's why I use cannabis. I don't use cannabis. You don't hear music playing in the background. You don't hear me partying. You don't see other people partying. You may see us have a couple laughs on here every now and then. But this is medicinal. This is not recreational. That's something completely different. We're not dealing in that realm when we're on this show. We are dealing with the recreational side. And even though I smoke, which is not medicinally sound at all, 80% of the cannabis users out there, it's starting to dwindle. But almost 80% of the cannabis users out there are using cessation. For you guys that you know, for your vocabulary, cessation is inhaling smoke. And the reason 80% of the cannabis users have been inhaling is because this is something that for centuries human beings have done. Cessation is something that is a part of the human, I say diet, or human, it's a social thing, really. Cessation, it's always been a social thing, usually when even back in the day, you know, you're usually around a whole bunch of people. But this is not what I'm using it for. I'm not using it to party. You won't see me in here getting lit. For real, bro. You know what I mean? You're not going to see me doing that. No. When I wake up in the morning, I have to use cannabis because my eyes won't go down. And the only way to get them down is to split me from here to here and here to here and remove or take out some of the muscle that is calcified, because that's what happens. That's what exothalamus is. That's what you see here. Exothalamus is painful. It doesn't feel good. You ask anybody out there who has thyroid problems, and they have to wear glasses eventually. I have to wear glasses too. I don't wear them, but I'm supposed to wear glasses because my eyesight is affected. The pressure is so great in my eyesight that it causes the blood flow to lack. And so now, you have glaucoma and you have other problems that you start to get with your eye and even the surface of your eye and things like that. So when I use cannabis as an anti-inflammatory, and it also just CBD just so happens to increase blood flow into the extremities, like your head, your arms, and your legs. That's specifically where it's directed towards. So when your eyes get red, what is happening is that cannabis is allowing more blood flow. It's opening up those blood vessels, because cannabis is a vasodilator, not a vasoconstrictor like tobacco. So when I use it, even when I smoke it, I get that anti-inflammatory effect, which relaxes and opens up those pathways and allows blood flow to my eyes. And it's also the reason why you get red eye when you do actually use cannabis. So just want to dispel some questions or any concerns you guys would have as to the efficacy of what I'm doing. So just so there's no question out there. This is a new video, you know what I'm saying? There's no question out there. My old videos talk about it, but I want to specifically talk about in my old videos or my new videos is that I am using cannabis as a medical patient. As a medical patient. Under Florida law, I am protected as a medical patient. Under Colorado law, under federal law, even still, I am protected as a medical patient. Because if you didn't know, our government still to this day provides a select few people in our country with cannabis, a tin of cannabis, 300 joints a month to be exact. So you can't tell me that my right is not protected under federal law, because it is my right as a human being to get the help that I think best helps me. And if I think that Oxycontin doesn't help me, you can't make me take it. You'll never be able to make me take it. You put a fucking gun to my, excuse my language, I know I don't cuss on this, but you can put a fucking gun to my head and you won't get me to take that shit whatsoever. That's why I use cannabis. Completely medicinal. I'm not partying on here. I'm not telling your children to go out there and smoke cannabis for no reason. I'm not telling your children to go out there and smoke cannabis at all. In fact, I would love for them to wait till they were 18, unless they had a debilitating problem, like crippling anxiety, or depression, or cancer, or seizures, anything like that. I can't say, like I said, a nurse said it to me perfectly, because I've always been one. I don't want kids smoking. When I heard that they were, prescribing 13-year-olds in Colorado cannabis, I was not down with it. I'm not okay with that. It makes us look bad. In my opinion, it makes us look bad. However, I heard from a nurse in Jacksonville while I was in the hospital. She looked at me, and all she said, kids hurt too. Touche. They do. People hurt. Kids hurt too. It's true. And they don't deserve to be given Oxycontin lollipops. But if you're a kid out there, you're just smoking just to rebel or whatever, you know what I mean? Whatever you're smoking for, to party or whatever, this is not nothing to party with. This is not something to party with. It's not a party drug. I don't care what my viewers think. I don't care what I did not get to the point where I'm at because I cared what people thought about me. But I could definitely tell you that cannabis is not a party drug, nor is mushrooms, nor is ecstasy, which was actually just FDA approved for couples therapy and other therapies. None of those are party drugs. They've been brought to you in a way where you may think they're party drugs, and you may use them in a way that is according to partying, but they are not party drugs. Acid is not a party drug. They are not. They are methods of expanding your consciousness. They are tools that only should be allowed to be used to those people who know how to use the tools. And as a child, you cannot even fathom on how to use those tools. for the correct or intended purposes. The shamans who found those medicines, all of the drugs that we use, listen, whatever you want to call them, all of the compounds that we use were found by shamans centuries ago. Centuries. And they were only allowed to use it because they were bringing knowledge and power to their villages and to their people. They were bringing medicinal value. They were curing aches and pains and ailments with these medicines. But they knew how to use them. And they weren't out there partying. It may look like a party. It's not a party. Maybe a ritual or something like that. It's not a party. These are not party drugs. And if you historically look back, they never have been. Never have been. Never. We use them to expand our consciousness and to heal our bodies. That's what we use them for. Period. I don't care what anybody else says, man. Again, cannabis is not a party drug. It may become legal for adult use because adults should be able to choose whatever they want to do, whatever they want to put in your body. If you want to put meth in your body, you can put meth in your body. You're a grown person in America. You should be able to do whatever you want to do. I'm not going to go do meth, but I'm just saying, if you want to do meth, you should be able to do it if you want to. And there should be no criminal charges brought against you. Now, if you do meth and go steal someone's TV, that's a different story. However, we know that that's not the meth. That's a personality flaw that you had way before the meth. The meth was just simply, again, a tool that allowed you to be able to open that section of you to release that. But it had nothing to do with the drug. The drug is just something that it's just a Band-Aid. Again, it's not the actual problem. So these are not party drugs, guys. These are not party things. Children, these are not party things. Students, mushrooms, acid, LSD, or whatever, LSD, whatever you want to call it, cannabis, even though it's not on the same level of those, they are not party drugs. That is the misconception. That's where we start to look bad because we have kids who are partying with these things. We have kids who are partying with cannabis. There are plenty of adults out there who are wrong, who are completely wrong. There are people in the cannabis industry who are completely wrong, and they know they're wrong. But Uncle MK Ultra is going to tell you right now that these are not party drugs. I don't know how many times I can say that. I use cannabis to heal my body, to heal my eyes specifically. Because without it, I would have to get a scarring, something that scars me for life, or something that makes me addicted for life. And I don't want any one of those. So I choose to smoke cannabis and eat cannabis because there are other ways to use cannabis. Choose all of those methods to fix myself because it's my right as a person, as a human being. And it's not a party drug. It's not a party drug. Anyways, guys, I don't like to preach to you guys, but I feel like I have to say that the channel's growing, and I'm about to start reaching a larger group. I feel like, and I just want those groups to know what's going on, what really is going on. I really feel like it all boils down to that whole. You wouldn't just a lot of parents let their children get babysitted by the TV, and simply that's wrong. This is the same thing. If you don't want your child watching my channel, take their phone away from them and say you can't watch that channel. And when you catch them watching that channel, you bring consequences. Don't point fingers at me. Point fingers back at yourself. Because when you point a finger at me, there's literally 3 pointing right back at you. So don't point the finger. Think about your parenting skills. If you have a problem with my channel, take your child off my channel. It shouldn't be on here in the first place. Simple as that, guys. I'm MK Ultra, and MK Ultra is always watching. Peace.